Hello, my people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nolita Stone, and you tuned into Fashion Trends SA. Okay, so I know that with this particular story, I have been taking my own damn time to actually record it, simply because, well, one of the reasons is that, it takes a toll on me to actually, go back and actually remember everything that has happened. It's a very sad story for me. It's very traumatic, and I don't feel like I've healed yet. When it comes to this story, I feel like I still need to get my revenge on my aunt. Somewhere, somehow. I don't want to leave it in God's hands. I don't want to leave it with karma or anything like that. Like, I feel like I need to get my own revenge, like personally. Like, she needs to see me. She needs to feel my wrath. Okay. And so because of all of that, I think I've been running away from actually recording the story, but I also just owe it to you guys to actually tell you guys everything. Okay, so let us carry on with the story without wasting any more time. Okay, so I cannot remember where I left off, but I know that it was part 5. This is part 6, and basically now we are fast forwarding to 2020. Ne? Okay, so 2020, ne? It was the whole COVID thing that has happened and everything. My grandmother was fine in 2020. It was like life, after everything, just like went on as back to normal. Everything, she was active, going to church and all those things. During this time, I also found a partner, and I was also pregnant at this time, 2020, and they knew the guy, and we knew them, so the family knew the father's child, and I knew the father's family. So we knew each other. We called each other on a daily basis. They talked to my Gran. They talked to me. They were there when the child was born. Everything, So it was a nice structure to have, and so everything was fine. Yeah, and I just had a baby. Like, I think she was about 2 months, right, when then my grandmother started getting ill again, right? So my grandmother started getting ill again. I think it was 3 months before November. So it was October, September, August, if I'm not mistaken, there, somewhere there. She started getting ill. This time around, because it was COVID, things were a bit difficult, for us to actually send her to hospital, because remember, during COVID, everyone was in hospital, okay, because of COVID. Now we are sending an old woman to hospital who does not have COVID but is ill because of another reason, right? And we're sending this person literally to people who surrounded by COVID, even the doctors have COVID, so it wasn't safe, so it was better for her to actually get better here at home, get better at home. And so, yeah, it was a bit tough for me during that time, because I just had this baby. The father of the child works in Joburg, right? So he visited me on weekends or like during holidays, so this person was not here 24/7 with me to actually help me with the baby. And so I had the baby full time, right? And now I'm staying with my grandmother at home, right? So it's just me and her. And now all of a sudden she's sick. I have to take care of her and the baby. You can just imagine, if you have a child, or you can just imagine how difficult it is when you've just had your firstborn baby, right? It was so difficult, guys. Like, it's my first and only child, and I'm new at motherhood. I'm trying to do everything I can for the baby, and then there's a sick woman. My gran is sick on the other side, and again, no one is helping me out. It's only me. I'm taking care of my grandmother, right, who's sick. And then I'm also taking care of my child, right? And I'm scared now because at the same time, I don't know if I have COVID. Luckily, COVID was not like, it didn't affect children as much as it affected adults. I mean, I'm so happy because my daughter was actually born in 2020, right? So I'm so happy because of that. Anyways, so, yes, there was a nanny working for us, right? There was a nanny working for us, but she was not there during the night. So it was nice because I could go work during the day knowing that my child is with a nanny, right? And then at night, it's just me and my child and also my grandmother. So it was tough because of that, right? And also the nanny was not coming in like every single day. Like she would come in like 3 or 2 times a week, and so it was tough, guys, taking care of my grandmother and also taking care of my baby. And there's no other family, there's no other family to do anything, and I'm also working on the side, so it's so tough. And my dear aunt, who always makes herself look like an angel, is again nowhere to be found when her own mother is sick. When her own mother is sick, again, she is nowhere to be found. She was not there the first time when her mother was sick. She was not there when her mother was in hospital. She was not there when her mother got sick the second time around. So this time around, when my grandmother got sick, I saw her get sick, right? I was not there for her as much as I was the first time, simply because I was not pregnant the first time. I didn't have a child, right? And so it was difficult for me to take care of the child and my grandmother, at the same time. I did the best that I could the second time. Definitely, I took care of her, but I wasn't full hands on as I was the first time. And so, luckily, she could walk, herself. Anyways, she could do most of the things. It's just that she was sick, and I had to do other stuff for her, the second time around. Okay. She This time she wasn't on talking terms with my aunt. Well, she was also the first time she was on talking terms with my aunt. My aunt advised her to actually go get pills at like a certain doctor, like a private doctor, not far from where I stay. Now, my grandmother already had her heart condition pills, so like there was no need for her to have other pills, because those pills that she got for her heart condition were already enough. Like she was drinking those pills like she was eating, I don't know how many meals a day. There were so many of those pills, and so she was advised by I don't know what she was complaining about, my grandmother, to my aunt, but it was something that she had. I think it was ulcers or something like that. And then she was advised by my aunt to go get pills at a nearby private doctor. She went there to go. She went to go get the pills, and also just to go test if she doesn't have COVID as well. Only to find out that no, she doesn't have COVID. But she got the pills that she wanted to get. Those pills that she got made her even more ill than before she went to go get those pills. If you guys understand what I'm trying to say, she started getting deaf. She started being deaf. Right? So she couldn't hear much of what I was saying. I had to repeat like things like twice instead of just once. And she also started not seeing properly. And I'm really, really I am very sure that it was because of those pills. Now, that doctor is very dangerous. Like, that doctor is known to be called Dr. Death, because every single time when people go to that doctor, people die. Right, so everyone knows in our neighborhood to go to that doctor. Why did my aunt send her to that doctor? Why? I'm not insinuating anything, but I am insinuating something. Okay, I am. You know, it's not far fetched at all. Okay,